quick little unbox. I am stoked for this. This is gonna go a long way for our camping trip in January. In our local riding group, I posted a ride on Facebook to Big Bend. That's gonna be out in West Texas. I've always wanted to make my way out to West Texas, and I had planned on doing it sometime during this fall, and then I remembered that's a peak season for camping here in Texas. And it was sold out, and the next available date was in January, which gets about 30 and change at night. During the day, it could still probably be that cold, but more than likely it's 50 degrees during the day, 30 degrees at night, maybe even a little colder, so we had to upgrade our sleeping bags. So for $50, we ended up going with this Coleman 0-degree rated sleeping bag. Now our current sleeping bag is this Teton Trailhead. This is rated for about 30 degrees. This is what we took to Colorado during the summer that I didn't think I was gonna use because it's the summer. In Texas, summer, you pretty much need AC everywhere you go. So I just brought it with me, that way I could sleep on top of it. It would serve as a cushion, but even in July, Colorado, we ended up crashing out behind the dealership, and it was about 6 degrees when we got there. Around 10 p.m., I go to sleep, I'm pretty tired, I had my hoodie on, I'm out. And I wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy, and I'm just like, oh man, it is cold. And because I was freezing, I was sleeping on top of my sleeping bag, so then next thing you know, I wake up cold as ever, I get inside it, bundle myself up all the way to the top, and I'm just going to sleep, and I wake up in the morning, I check my GPS, and it was 42 degrees. It's like, dude, this is July, dude. How is it this cold? And this did very well, but on some days it does feel a little lacking, mostly with just the temperature that even at 40 and change, sometimes it feels, and I feel like for the trip to Big Bend, if it drops to the 30s, this is gonna be pretty cold to sleep in. That sleeping bag was around the $100 range on Amazon. We didn't want to break the bank. We found it and there was a lot of good reviews. And I found a similar case with this Coleman 0-degree sleeping bag that for $50 is 0 degrees rated, and it keeps you very warm. From all the videos that I've seen, you can check out YouTube. If you're seeing this one, there's probably another one that popped up in your suggested. That this one takes the cake. Why break the bank? That's all it is. Sleeping bag inside this giant box. And that's where the cost comes in, that you have this giant sleeping bag. I mean, this thing is almost as big as my torso. How are you gonna be able to pack this as well as all your other items without having to sacrifice any room? Whenever we are camping, we tend to go on our motorcycle. So this on the bike is gonna take up a lot of space that we don't want to sacrifice, where we can pack additional items. And because of this, I also planned ahead and got a bigger tour pack trunk to run with my Elite Touring Innovations tour pack, that this could possibly fit in there. And this is just huge. This is a gigantic sleeping bag. Already out the gate, I can tell you, if you find another sleeping bag for like an extra $50, like that Teton one that we have, the Trailhead, that's gonna be it, because the Trailhead sits about maybe this much and half the width as well. We stuffed that into a dry bag in case we're ever riding and it starts to rain on us. Our sleeping bag will not be damp or wet, so that way when we get to the campsite, it doesn't put a damper into our day. So it comes with a really dumb knot that you have to really concentrate to remove. Take that out, and then you just undo this drawstring. There is, I'm gonna guess that's a cover, so that way it'll keep your sleeping bag dry or dust free. This thing is massive, dude. Like, what is this? And it also comes only in one color. Dude, we're gonna need a giant dry bag for this. With time, it should settle and possibly become easier to pack, hopefully. Because right now, it's even a pain to get it out. I can't even imagine having to put this back in, because you know, once you ever remove a sleeping bag or a tent from its original casing, it's definitely a process to put it back. Look at this, this is definitely, any day now, come on. Power of Christ. Look at that. All right, let's open this up. Here we go, we got the Coleman 0 degrees with a piece of paper, limited 5-year warranty. When comparing them side by side, I'm not sure if this one's broken in, but it feels a lot lighter. It may just be the material that they use, the filling for both. This one definitely feels a lot thicker. Like it's got more insulation, more filling as to this one. Again, this one has been stuffed in my dry bag a lot of times. We've gotten some use out of it. I've enjoyed this sleeping bag, but again, I want something that's gonna help me during the colder climates when we go camping. And then just looking at both these sleeping bags, the one from Coleman looks a lot wider in the shoulders than the Trailhead. They both seem to be the same length. I'm 5'11". The zipper looks like it's good construction. I mean, there's this giant plastic piece here that looks cheap, but at the same time, I think that's gonna be nice. What is this? What the? This is cool. It has an inner portion that you could seal. That way you could keep all the air, the warmth. This is comfortable. Whenever you are sleeping in colder climates. Look at that, I'm about to turn into a beautiful butterfly, y'all. Look at that, I'm cocooning. So even though it's extremely bulky, if you're taking it with you on trips, it feels comfortable. We're definitely gonna have to go and test out both of these. We're gonna probably sleep in our van 2 nights in a row. So the first night, we'll use the Teton Trailhead and compare it. And then we'll use this. This feels really cushiony. I think the added feeling, like the bottom of my legs feels like I'm on a small mattress. Oh yeah, buddy. Okay, this is warm already. And then you can add this little Velcro portion together. This is really warm. Oh my, I'm already starting to sweat. Look at that, that's funny. One thing I will say, I kind of wish that the hood had a drawstring to it, so that way when you're all bundled up, this thing is really warm. Yes, you have this inner layer here, which is hard to see. There you go. This is what Velcro is on the inside. It's going to keep the heat encompassed inside the sleeping bag. But how this falls, but that way if it's really cold, you can bring this close to your face, and then this could all draw a string together, and that would make it even warmer. But again, for $50, this is a solid purchase. It's super soft, it feels comfortable. The only downside to this is gonna be the overall compactability or lack of with the sleeping bag.